Hi and welcome to motivator number 9. This is actually going to be the last one for a short while. I'm going to take a break over the summer months and then we'll be back in September with a new format and new moves, so we'll look forward to that. Getting back to today's motivator then, I've got just shy of 8 minutes of flowing stretches with some Pilates moves. So let's start by setting up the body. Remember that core connection, long neck and lengthened spine. Take those feet nice and wide. We're going to start with some Tai Chi breathing. Breathing in, draw the fingers up. Sit your heels down, bottom down. As you breathe out, calm the mind, reawaken the body. Then take it over to the side. Imagine you have a large ball you're rolling from side to side in your hands. Keep your bottom sitting down. Bottom squeezing, knees pressed out, heels pressed into the floor, core muscles switched on. Turning to the right, settle into warrior 1. Fingers and eyes lift up to the skies, then we'll flow forwards, folding from the hips. Press into that front foot. This time coming into a sun warrior, dropping that left arm behind you. Going back to the front, Tai Chi breathing again. Press into the heels, squeeze your bottom, keep those hips open, the back nice and straight. Into the side reach, rolling that large ball again. Keep breathing flowing, core muscles working. Then when you turn to the left, we're going to come up into warrior 1 for the left hand side. Shoulders down, core muscles in, knee above the heel. Folding from the waist, forwards into that flow, lifting back up, keeping the feet and the legs solid in position. This time right arm drops back for sun warrior. Bringing yourself down to the floor now, we're going to go onto all fours and do a tabletop. So opposite arm to leg working. See how you're lengthening through the spine first of all, tummy muscles in. So right arm and left leg are going to lengthen out, then touch underneath gently without disturbing the position of the back. Imagine you have a tray of drinks resting across your back. Aim to not spill a drop. Core muscles in, back of the neck nice and long, shoulders broad. And then we'll do 8 on the other side. So left arm, right leg. Now remember not to lean over to the kneeling side with this. You must keep yourself central. Use your core muscles. Equal weight on knee and hand. Shoulders broad. Hang in there. Into a child's pose just to release. Feel free to rotate through the hands. Now we're going to come onto our back smoothly and do a dead bug. That's 2 legs in the air, so secure your back and core muscles first of all. Float one leg and then the other. Cross your hands over and take them to opposite knee. So, right arm, left leg will stretch. Left arm, right leg will stretch. But the back stays flattened into the floor. Shoulders stay away from the ears and the rib cage stays down. Also working on coordination here because it's opposite arm to leg. In a moment we're going to change 2 arms and 2 legs. This is much more challenging, so stick to crossing arms and 1 leg if you prefer. Remember, belly button pressing down. Only take those legs forward as far as you can contain the core muscles. Here's another option for you. Curling the head and shoulders up off the floor. We'll utilise those upper abdominals, chin on the chest. Keep the chest lifted. Notice how the arms do not go quite as far back this time because we don't want the arms to pull the upper body down. But the legs can go as low as you can contain the core. Little rest. We're going to go into rolling ball now. We'll start with a couple of plain rolling balls. Remember to collapse through your lower back and circle and round off through the spine. Then we're going to fold one leg in, other leg out. Just to bring us up to a gentle seated position. Remember to straighten and then collapse and roll. This time putting more momentum into it, using your core muscles more. See if you can come up onto that bent knee and foot into a kneeling position, presenting the hips forwards. quite tricky to get that difference between the curled spine as you roll back, getting the momentum and the core strength to draw yourself forwards. Give it a try. Next we're going to come to some stretches. We're going to do crescent moon to start with, so right foot forward, left leg a long way behind, hips sunk forwards, hands can go to the thigh or up to the ceiling. Then push your bottom back and straighten that front leg, going backwards and forwards in a gentle flow to open out through the hips, lengthen through the muscles. This time when you put the hands to the floor, twisting to the right hand side, right fingers up to the ceiling. Experience that nice twist through the waist. Then we're going to come to standing. You'll take your right forearm to the thigh, arm overhead, and flow from side to side, keeping the legs and the feet and the hips all locked in place. This really reawakens the spine, stretches through the waist. Let's turn to the other side then. Knee goes down behind you, hands to the thigh or up to the ceiling, ready for that flow. Take the hands down, push your bottom back, straighten the front leg, and up again, and down. Remember to keep breathing. And then this time we'll go to that twist. And then gently up into the standing side stretch flow. Hips, legs and feet grounded into the floor, core muscles secure. Really reawaken that spine with this flow. Coming down, we'll finish off with a downward facing dog. Aim on stretching through the legs. Remember, those knees do not have to be straight. The key is pressing the chest towards the toes, lengthening out through the spine, hollowing the tummy, spreading the shoulders wide, pressing your hands forwards into the floor. And then finally, to open out through the hips, come to your kneeling position, knees slightly wider than hips, core muscles most definitely switched on. 3 options here. Hand to the thigh, opposite arm reaches on a diagonal, hand to the heel, or further still, hand to the ball of the foot. You decide. If that stretching arm goes on a diagonal, so it's hand to thigh, heel, or ball of the foot, whilst the body reaches back on that diagonal. A couple more times at your chosen level to open out through the hips, the chest, the ribs, core muscles still engaged to support the back, of course. Big breath to finish. And it's your turn. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a fabulous summer, everyone. And I'll see you again in September. Bye!